Hello and welcome back to Let's Play the Blackwell Epiphany. When we last left off, we
All
were
right, Michael.
speaking
We're
to,
going to go.
Of course. Godspeed to the both of you.
Father Michael
He makes me
here,
lie down.
Father Michael?
Yeah?
and we're about to ask him some important questions.
I can't believe there's another medium in New York.
Medium?
Sorry, I mean bestower. I've been calling myself medium for so long I sometimes forget.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's not like I have anyone to talk to about this stuff. Nobody living, anyway.
Hey, look, I'd love to swap ghost stories with you, but it takes all my concentration to maintain the circle.
Right, sorry. Maybe we'll have coffee later? You know, after we save your soul and everything.
Sure, sounds great.
Right. So let's ask him about the circle he's standing in.
What is this circle?
Oh, this. Madeline taught me how to do it. It prevents anything spiritual from getting to me. It takes some concentration to maintain, so I'm sorry if I seem a bit inhospitable.
How did you learn what was happening?
You mean that our souls were being taken?
Yeah.
It was a few weeks ago. I was at the bedside of a friend. Jeffrey, his name was. He went to the Grace Group meetings back in the day. Like me. He had been in a car accident. Hit and run. He was dying, and he wanted me there. And when he died, I saw it. His spirit being torn apart. He screamed. I'll never forget that scream.
I know. I saw it too.
Anyway, with Madeline's help, I began looking into other members of the group and learned it was happening to all of us. You know the rest.
So you're working with Madeline?
Working? I guess you could call it that. I've been too busy being scared to give it any serious thought.
What happened at these meetings?
That's just it. I don't remember. Until recently, I never questioned it before. How messed up is that? I'd go, I'd sit down and leave. I'd meet with the other members for coffee afterward. What on earth did we talk about? We must have found something. But I do remember a man. Benjiro. He ran the meetings.
Benjiro?
Yeah, Japanese guy. I don't remember anything else about him.
Okay.
So why'd you send Madeline outside?
Her presence disturbs my concentration, so she's keeping as far away as she can until this is resolved.
What about us?
You're the ones who are going to save my hide. For you, I'll make the extra effort to focus.
Right.
How many people went to these meetings?
There were 6 of us. You already know about Leah and George and myself. The others are dead.
Who were they?
Does it matter? They are dead. Their souls were taken.
Even still, tell me.
Jeffrey Dutta, Heather Goffstein, Peter Fielding.
Okay.
Tell me about Heather Goffstein. You said she was a member of your group.
Yes, she was one of us. I asked George if he knew where she was. He told me she was dead. I'm afraid it's too late for her.
You saw her soul being taken.
Well, no. She died before Madeline came into my life, so I can't say for sure. But she went to Grace Group meetings and she's dead. What other conclusion can I reach?
Maybe they have to be aware?
Could you tell me about Jeffrey?
God, Jeffrey Dutta. Talk about transfiguration. When he walked into that Grace Group meeting, I thought he was in the wrong place. I mean, the guy was a Wall Street broker for crying out loud. He could have bought the church and everything in it. But he later confessed that he tried to kill himself. Twice.
So what happened to him?
He became a professional dog walker. Can you believe it? He used to pocket millions a year plus bonuses. Then he was picking up dog crap for $25 an hour and smiling about it. He was hit by a car crossing the street. A hit and run. I was at his bedside when he died. Madeline had been around for about a month at that point, so I saw his spirit rise from his body. I thought I was supposed to help him, but instead You know what happened next.
Could you tell me about Peter?
Peter Fielding, yes. I never had much contact with him. He died several months ago. I'm afraid it's too late for him.
Is this like Heather? Did you actually see his soul being taken?
No, I didn't. Thank heaven I didn't. Seeing it happen once is more than I can take.
Okay. So I think they have to be aware for whatever got them to get them.
How did Heather Goffstein die?
I'm afraid I don't know. George was the one who kept in touch with her. He told me she died, but he didn't tell me how or when. I suppose it doesn't matter anymore.
How exactly did Peter Fielding die?
Why? Are you going to try and find his spirit? There is no spirit. It's gone.
You said it yourself. You don't know for sure.
It was some kind of accident. I'm not sure of the details. I read about his death in the obituaries. Too late for his funeral, sadly, but I said a prayer for him.
Okay.
All right, Michael. We're going to go.
Of course. Godspeed to the both of you. He leads me beside the still waters.
So
He
we
restores
have
my soul.
leads.
He leads me in the paths of righteousness
No
for his
connection that I
name's
can
sake.
see.
And though I walk through the
I mean,
valley
we
of the
kind
shadow
of have
death,
leads.
I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. You anoint my head with oil, my cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the...
Okay.
Officer Palmer?
Yeah, what?
So we have names now that we can work with.
Do you have any record of a Heather Goffstein?
Let me check. Nope, nothing on Heather Goffstein. Sorry.
Can you tell me anything about the death of a Mr. Peter Fielding?
Okay, let's see. Yep, here he is. Peter Fielding, age 54, owned a fitness center in Murray Hill called Field's Gym. He fell off a ladder while fixing a light bulb in the locker room, hit his head on the bench, and bled to death. Nobody found him for several hours. An ambulance was called and pronounced him dead at the scene.
Nothing more than that?
That's pretty open and shut. Accidental death.
Do you have a record of a Jeffrey Dutta? He was killed in a hit and run.
Let's see. Yep, hit and run, like you said. Technically, the case is open, but nobody has any hopes that it will be solved.
Okay.
Do you have a record of a Michael Cooper in your system? He's a priest.
Let's check. Sorry, whoever he is, there's no file on.
Okay, so you would have had to go for the church to find Michael Cooper. Right.
I'm trying to find someone named Benjiro. He ran some kind of self-help circle called the Grace Group.
Let's see. No, nothing on file. Sorry.
Well, darn.
There are tons of cases. Well, I'd better.
Sure.
No connection. No connection.
Doing what we always do, sending Joey over to the apartment to check if the name rings a bell to the ghost.
Hi there.
Hello, what brings you?
Come on, what?
No, you'll figure.
Well,
Say hi.
give me just a second. I'm gonna add that to my... It's as far...
Okay, what was the spelling of her name again? The spelling of the name. No, I spelled it right when searching.
No answer.
Right, of course there's no answer. So our first lead is Fielding's gym. Or was it his gym or was it something else? I can't remember. Field's gym. That's it. Okay.
Looks nice and warm in there. Of course, so would an ice factory right now. It says members only.
Well, no getting in there. Except for the ghost.
Looks like that picture frame fell off the wall. Looks like some kind of headshot photo. Probably someone famous who uses the gym. Let's see here. Tanya Corsi. Hey, wait a second. Is that... Yeah, that's the spook from George's roof.
Okay, so we've got a name for the ghost.
Run, run, run like a hamster on a wheel. A calendar with a marker pen attached. It's a number on the calendar. I can't do anything with it.
Right.
Nobody here.
Hey, does it look right?
Right. There's
Seriously,
a ghost
does it
in
look
the
right?
room.
Does what look right?
The light bulb. I could swear it was blinking.
It looks fine to me.
Huh. I gotta do everything myself around here.
Hey, friend, can we talk for a second?
Are you sure there's nothing wrong with that light?
I'm no expert, but it looks fine to me.
Well, what can I do for you?
Hey, is your name Peter Fielding by any chance?
That's me. Why?
No reason. You own this joint, right?
Yes, I do. My dad built it. You could say it's a family business. Been running it around 20 years? Seems like yesterday.
The lights.
So what's the story with the lights?
I don't know. It's driving me crazy. There's something wrong with them. I can tell.
Well, like I said, they look totally fine to me.
I'll just have to keep checking.
Nice place you got here.
Thanks. You looking to join?
Ah, no, I really don't think exercise is gonna do me much good.
It's amazing how many people think that. You're young. Your metabolism is still going strong. But time catches up with you before you know it.
You're preaching to the choir, Peter, but I'm still not interested.
Well, we're here if you need us.
So, how are you feeling?
Fine. Why?
You don't feel strange at all?
What do you mean?
Well, just hypothetically speaking, you don't feel like you're gonna explode?
What, like indigestion?
Not quite.
I am on a strict diet of wheatgrass shakes and fiber. Indigestion is the last thing I have to worry about.
Right.
So, you run this place with your old man, huh?
Sort of. He built it when he left the army. I took over long ago.
So, you run...
Sort of.
Okay, we're not gonna get very far there.
I hear Tanya Corsi went to this gym.
She's been coming here for years. That body you see on TV, I take full credit for that.
Well, we all gotta be proud of something. Do you know Heather Goffstein?
You know Heather?
Kinda.
Wow, Heather. Haven't heard that name in a long time.
I wonder.
Well, I'll see you around.
You got it. I'll be here. I just gotta see what's wrong with this damn light.
I think that Joey could just go through the window, I'm pretty sure.
So, I found Peter.
Peter? Peter Fielding?
Yeah, he's safe and sound. Spiritually speaking, anyway.
Huh. Michael was sure that Peter's ghost was taken.
Just between you and me, Michael doesn't look to be sure about very much.
Okay.
So, have you heard of this Tanya Corsi person?
Tanya Corsi? Was she in the gym?
No, it's the name of our roof spook. Is she famous or something?
You could say that. She has a TV show.
I think you mean she had a TV show. Let's get going.
Right. Let's confront the ghost with the name. Her name.
Hi there.
Hello again, miss. What brings you?
You're Tanya Corsi, aren't you?
I knew you'd get it. That's me, Tanya Corsi, host of the Good Morning Show on Channel 11. Now all the mystery is gone.
Right.
Do you know a Heather Goffstein?
No. No, I don't. Sorry.
Come on. That note on the floor, it has Heather written on it.
So, like I told you, it has no meaning to me. I don't know any Heather.
So, I heard you go to Peter Fielding's gym.
I do. Or rather, I did. After what happened to him, I just couldn't.
You mean his...
Death? Yes. So senseless.
Right.
Do you know a guy named Jeffrey Dutta?
Sorry, I don't.
Does the name Benjiro ring any bells?
Benjiro? Is that Japanese?
I believe so.
Sorry, I don't know anyone named Benjiro.
Do you know a Michael Cooper?
I don't.
Okay. So, her death seems unrelated, but she went to Peter Fielding's gym.
Are you sure you don't know anything about this note?
No, I don't know any. Please stop asking.
Well, Tanya, I have to get going, but...
Ta.
Okay, so let's, I guess, head to the lobby and see if we can get a key.
Hi.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you know anything about Tanya Corsi?
Who?
She hosted a major television show. She lived across from George.
Oh, sorry. I don't watch a lot of television. And that apartment's been vacant as long. So,
Right, she's been dead for a while. So, he can't help us.
Officer Palmer?
Yeah. What?
Do you have any record of...
Let me check. Nope.
Right, I asked about that a while ago. Right.
Do you know anything about Tanya Corsi's death?
Tanya Corsi? What are you doing getting involved with her?
It's...
Complicated. Yeah, I get it. Durkin warned me you might get weird. Anyway, there's not much to tell. She slipped in her shower and hit her head on the tub. She fell unconscious and she drowned. The coroner did an autopsy on her and found traces of whiskey and Valium in her system. Not a good combination.
She killed herself?
If you believe the tabloids, then yeah. But the coroner says no. There wasn't much in her system to actually kill her, but it was enough to make her a bit clumsy.
So it was just an accident.
So it would seem.
Alright, good to know.
Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
So, let's go back.
At last, you've come back.
And we're going to ignore...
We found one of the Grace Group spooks, Peter
Never
Fielding.
mind.
I see. Is he still intact?
Yeah, he...
I thought as much.
You thought so.
You know as well as I do. A spirit cannot be moved from this world until it is spiritually ready. It would appear that is also the case here.
Okay.
So what? We just...
Of course, it has been known for some spirits to become aware on their own. The right face, the right moment, anything can trigger it. And if that happens to Fielding, no. Our duty is to save him.
So
And
it's like
save
I
him we shall.
guessed, and they have to be
The
aware
usual rules have been
to-
chucked out the window. We make a move and he
Be
gets
torn
hammered.
apart.
And we're not gonna let that happen. Not again.
It is a dilemma for certain.
We need to think...
Of course. In fact, I must confirm.
We're gonna have to go in there.
He's okay? Peter's...
He is still.
This... You have no idea. You two. Thank you. Thank you. I never even considered that Peter's soul could be saved. And yes,
And this is a good...
of course. If a soul is merely lost, it still can be saved.
Okay, he's
And maybe
ecstatic,
so can mine.
which is great.
So, what's your plan?
We are approaching this from ignorance, and possibly from fear. Before I was trapped in the void, I was a spirit guide for a very long time. I can learn much from a spirit by looking at it, and talking to it. If Fielding's soul still exists, then it must be...
And Heather. Heather's soul.
And her as well.
Peter Fielding's spook is at the... You can talk to him.
Are you kidding? If I die, there's a good chance I'll be an aware spirit, just like Leah and George.
Right.
And then...
Be at peace, my host. I would not ask you to do such a thing.
Well, thank heaven for that.
Besides, it is unnecessary. As you say, only spiritually aware souls are attacked. Since this Fielding is not spiritually aware, meeting him in his current state would be fruitless. We need to awaken him before I can determine anything about him.
I mean,
Won't awakening these ghosts destroy him? Aren't we trying to avoid that?
Don't be absurd. We'll put them behind this circle. They will be safe there.
And how are we
Okay.
supposed to do that? Spooks like me can't enter the thing.
This might surprise you, Malone, but I did think of that. Come here. Take this.
What's this thing?
Call it a totem. It was made with some of my essence. The circle was created in much the same manner, so it will make a perfect focus. When you awaken a spirit, use the totem to send them directly here. They will remain safely behind the circle until we can determine the next course of action.
So I'll be trapped in this circle with Peter and Heather's ghosts?
I am afraid.
Well, I suppose it can't be helped. And I guess it will be nice to see them again.
Yes.
I need to know
Well, there was one thing. It was a confession of sorts, you see, and she trusted me.
What was it?
You don't understand. It was a confession. It might have been a long time ago, but it was still a sacred trust. I can't betray that trust. It goes against everything I believe in.
Don't you think that under the circumstances, she would understand?
I'm not sure God would.
Does it really matter? What's the worst that could happen? You lose your soul?
My God, when you put it like that. Heather was a prostitute. She wanted to confess, but didn't feel right entering a church. She might have been Jewish, judging by her name, but I think she just wanted to speak to someone who understood.
Understood?
Someone who had been to grace group meetings. Someone who had had a life-changing revelation, like I did. I don't know what her revelation was, but she wanted to purge herself of her old life. So she asked if I could come to her apartment and listen to her. So I did.
Do you remember where she lived?
I was a priest entering the house of a prostitute. It's not something you forget. She lived by Tompkins Square Park. Here's the address.
okay.
I guess we should
We
get
have
going.
an address.
Then I do believe our talk is concluded. I will return outside. Yes, my host.
It's all right.
All right.
Yeah, stay inside. It's cold out there.
I don't feel the cold, my host.
I know. Just stay, please. And thanks.
It is my pleasure, my host.
He is warming up to her, but something about all this still puts me at ease. I mean, at ease? No. Dis-ease. Unease. That's the word. Yeah. I'm uneasy with all this. No. Not back. Okay, let's see. Police station.
Officer Palm.
Yeah.
Do you have any record?
Let me check.
No,
Nope.
he doesn't. We tried that.
Well, I'd.
Sure.
Right. Phone. Where did he say she lived again?
If so.
God damn it. Why am I so forgetful? Okay. Oh, wait. I didn't have to do that.
Pretty solid. No way I'm getting through.
I mean, you could climb... Sending the ghost in.
Hey, how do you get in?
Ah, hello, miss.
Answer my question. How do you get in?
Oh, the gate was open. Is that all right?
Sure, I guess. Just be sure to close it when you leave. I don't want to get in trouble.
Those plants are barely clinging to life. Nice looking girl. I suppose that's an asset in her line of work.
Excuse me, miss?
Oh, hi. What's up?
Is your name Heather Goffstein?
Oh, I see. You came from Ray.
Ray?
Of course. You did come from Ray, right?
Sure, Ray. Him and me go way back.
No, I don't think you do. If you want a date, you'll need Ray's permission.
A date?
Isn't that why you're here?
No, not at all. I just want to talk.
Really?
Really?
Well, I suppose that's all right, but we should stay out here. If we don't go in the bedroom, then it's not a date.
Okay.
You sure you should be out here?
Why shouldn't I be? It's perfect. It's so nice to finally have a night clear enough to enjoy this place.
Clear night. Right. You live here?
I do. Why?
No reason. Just making conversation. You don't seem terribly surprised that I'm here in your garden.
It is a bit strange you appeared out of nowhere, but hey, I'm used to men appearing on my doorstep. And for some reason, you seem safe.
Safe.
Right.
Yeah, just a vibe.
Huh. Thanks, I guess.
So, we can't really do
Well,
much
Heather?
here.
Sure.
We do have a lead, and we're going to follow up on that immediately by going back to the police station.
Officer Palmer,
Yeah.
I'm going to...
do you know anything about someone named Ray? I don't know who he is, but I think he's involved with prostitution.
Prostitution? Is this related to Leah's case?
I don't know. It could be.
This just gets better and better. Anyway, Ray, let's take a look. Okay, the name Ray definitely comes up in the Vice Department database. There was a raid on a bar called Vantini a few years ago, and someone named Ray was taken in for questioning. No charges were made.
Just Ray, no last name.
No. Whoever Ray is, that's his full legal name. Anyway, here's the address of the bar if you need it.
Thanks.
Sure.
Okay, so we've got the address of a bar.
Well, I'd better go. Thanks for the help.
Sure.
Next episode, we will be investigating that bar. But first, let's get to that bar. Right. Now that we're here, next episode we will enter Vantini and figure out more about the ghosts we're dealing with. See you then.